This is currently what the back of my truck looks like. You can only imagine me trying to crawl back there. So I took some time, cleared it out, and I'm installing the Decked CargoGlide 2200. Has 2,200 pound payload, and I'm going to go through the installation video from start to finish. First thing is, they recommend 2 people. I was by myself, so I used that equipment. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. So on the back of this truck, I'm going to customize all of it. Obviously, the first step is the deck system. So I'm going to customize the deck system. The side here, I want to run power in here so I can charge batteries and whatnot. So stay tuned, and there'll be several videos on how I customize the back of this truck. Today I'm going to install my Decked CargoGlide. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is measure from my sidewall to sidewall to make sure that it's square. We want to make sure that we have a 1/2 inch along the back as well. Now obviously I'm inside the back of my truck, so it's a regular utility body, but I had this custom roof put on top so I could lock the doors and everything stays waterproof. So this application might be slightly different than yours, but the process is relatively the same. Now the other thing that's unique is this entire truck and truck bed are all aluminum. So fortunately I don't really have to worry about rust. So should be a relatively easy installation. I've never installed anything like this before. Watch the video. Deck has a great video, how to. So it looks like I drilled some holes, put some nuts in, and that's all there is to it. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is measure from side to side to the frame to make sure it's square. So right now it looks like I'm off a little bit. So we're 4.5 inches there, 4.5 inches there. And this is the main reason why I got this deck, was I am tired of crawling in and out of the back of this truck. So with this system, I'll be able to extend this obviously all the way out, get what I need, and then in the rare case that I need something on these side shelves, at least it makes it a little bit easier to get in and out. All right, so that was like 4 3/4, and that's like 4. So let me just shift this over slightly. All right, that's 4.5. 4.5. Now, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to double check the back again. And again, I'm going to make sure that I have my proper 1/2 inch spacing along the back. So now that I have this square in the back of the truck, I'm going to take a marker and mark all the holes, and then I'm going to come by with the 5/16 drill bit and pre-drill everything. Now another thing that makes this truck unique is on a regular pickup truck, it obviously goes up and down in the back of a pickup truck. Here, obviously I'm perfectly flat. So they give you multiple mounting positions. Fortunately for me, it really doesn't make a difference because it's all the same. All right, now that this is all square, I'm going to take my 5/16 drill bit and do a pilot hole, and then we're going to ream it out to a 1/2 inch. All right, with all that drilled out, I have my little shop vac, and I'm going to clean up all the shavings. All right, with the shavings cleaned out, I'm going to slide it forward slightly just so we can ream out the holes. All right, so now you're ready to install these. So what you do is you just finger tight this bolt down on it. And then I'm using a 9/16 to hold the tool. And then my 3/8 impact with a 1/2 inch socket to snug it up. Now, if you're using a pneumatic or battery operated impact, you want to reduce the amount of ugga-duggas that you do. So when you first start it, it's tight and then it loosens up, and that's why I keep pulling the trigger like that. You can see the socket starting to slow down, and then I know it's completely tight, and then I just reverse it out. Do not over tighten them. Now, in the directions in the video, it recommends removing this top tray to get a buddy to help you. So you can see my hand stretched out. There's a lever there that locks it in the positive placement. So I would recommend getting a trigger clamp to hold that up for you and your buddy to be on the side. Now, looking back, I probably could have built something just temporarily to prevent it from tipping forward and just extended the tray out, installed everything without removing the top tray. But this is the way we did it, and here's a little pro tip. Get a trigger clamp. So I don't actually know what they call it. I call it positive placement, but you can see I'm going to pull it out, it's going to stop. I'm going to pull it out, it's going to stop. I'm going to pull it out, so there's multiple locking locations. So that is one thing that I love about this, because sometimes I do carry a trailer around, so I don't have to worry about if I'm on a hill that it's just going to slide out of the back of my truck. So here I am crawling on top to do a little dance for you guys. Well, I'm 280 pounds. As any guy would say, that ain't going nowhere. And I like that it has positive placement and locks in place. Whew, that's a wrap. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to do a whole truck build out series. So this is obviously part 1. So make sure you like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything. So we're going to have pack outs. We're going to have Makita Mack Track in there. Like I said, I'm going to try to get batteries and power, potentially solar on top of my truck. So a lot to come. So make sure you like and subscribe. So this is what the back of my truck looked like before I got the deck system. An absolute mess. You could just imagine me trying to crawl back there. So with the deck system, I don't have to worry about that. So it took me about 20 minutes to install the system once I cleaned out the back of my truck. Leave a comment if you have any questions. I'm going to add some information on the system right here.